Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there, welcome back.
So, guys, these are some things that we haven't put in the ground yet, as we've been trying to get things in as much as possible. And you could probably recognize the lavender. We have a few pine trees in there. We have some things for color. There's a really big rosemary, but Sita's not eating that. She's eating just plain old grass. So we have a nice assortment. You guys may or may not recognize these, but these are related to the coffee plants. And they do have amazing benefits, but that is a separate subject. They've been with us since
A few years.
Nevada.
Yeah.
We've.
Well, no, here, since we moved to this little first town the first time.
Oh, okay. Since the other house then, a few years.
Yeah.
So, what we have here is still to go in. We're clearing space as we go. And we've put up about 1,200 feet of fencing ourselves because we couldn't afford to pay somebody to do it. And literally 10% of what we were quoted to do a small section of the yard is what it's cost us to do it yourself. As you guys probably know, it always pays to do things yourself where you can. So this dilapidated structure, we are going to revitalize. It was all full of, jam-packed with all sorts of crap, basically. So it's been so far just basically getting rid of a whole bunch of stuff, cutting back debris, making it so we'll be able to transform it into a usable structure, which we'll probably use as a little bit of a workshop and storage. As you can see, Rama's been playing ball. He loves to play ball. He has nonstop energy, and Sita's a really good watchdog.
Mm-hmm. She's the best darn watchdog here.
She is. So we'll take you over. Let's go over this way. And what we have, let's start over here. We got 3 blueberry bushes, which will get to be about 6 to 8 feet tall. And they should become like one kind of whole hedge there. Behind them, we have 3 fig trees. Now, we added these 2 fig trees. This one was already here, but there was an oak tree that was here that literally was killing the fig tree. The neighbor told us that one time this fig tree was producing tons of figs, and so it was almost dead. So we cut away the oak and we're rehabbing. It had a lot of dead growth and stuff from not getting proper nutrients. Cindy's been aerating the soil as well, and we've been taking care of that. While I'm thinking about it, this tree right here is a persimmon tree, and this tree was also in very, very bad health, and so we had to cut some branches off of it, and we've been treating it and watching it and basically just trying to nurture it back to health. So 3 bushes, 3 blueberry bushes, 3 fig trees. We're just kind of getting started. At the end here, there's 2 raspberry bushes we put in, and then we have 4 blackberry bushes that we put in, as well as 2 grapes. They're actually, what do you call those grapes again?
Oh, muscadine?
Muscadine grapes. Yes, muscadine grapes, which we will block off because they are grapes are toxic to dogs. These 2 don't show any interest, and there's no grapes at this point in time. Then what we got on the end here is a little color, just to add color and variety. That's a crepe myrtle, right?
I think that one's a black diamond, but I think it's in the crepe myrtle family.
Yes. And so, that should get to be probably about 12 feet tall. And then
Rama, no. Oh, Sita.
Right here we have, what do we put here? I'm trying to remember.
The plum.
That's a plum. Okay. So we got our 2 plums next. Trying to remember what we put where. And, again, this is a good time to plant. November is really where most people plant, but we wanted to get a head start our local nursery is getting a bunch more in right around, they said right around Thanksgiving week. So 2 plum trees we got in, and then over here we have a peach right here where Sita is, and there's another matching peach towards the end over there. Then we have 2 apples right here, and then we have 3 pear trees. And then on the end there is another one that's going to be colorful. I want to say it has purple flowers, right?
Yeah, I think that one is a crepe myrtle, another variant.
Another variant of crepe myrtle. And then we have a couple hollies, because as you can see, we're right on the road. It is a dead end, but it still does get a decent amount of traffic. So we got a couple hollies, and then we have a variety of different bushes that are fast growing and will literally get to be 10 to 12 feet tall in hopefully just a few years. And we're going to be putting more in there as well too. So this is a start for us with our planting and all. We have a tiny little greenhouse, but we will be building a greenhouse. I think we're going to end up putting a greenhouse on the pad here next to the camper. And we still have other space. We stopped planting in this spot right here before this tree, just because we wanted to make sure things weren't going to get infected, as the tree has some sort of fungus, which interesting. I talked to other people that are in the area, and it seems to be everywhere. I wouldn't doubt it was something that was sprayed with the chemtrails.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess these do have their own, persimmon trees have their own type of fungus, so I'm trying to learn about that and help it. And I don't know if you guys saw there was a dragonfly came right in front of the camera and totally camera bombed. I'm hoping it showed up so you guys could see him.
Yeah, there's one.
Oh,
right
there
now.
he is.
Yeah, it's interesting because right here where we are, we get swarms of dragonflies. So many dragonflies. I mean, it's just walking through a maze of dragonflies. And just before we came out, when we first came out, there was a whole bunch of bluebirds. And so we have a box over there that we put, our neighbor made 3 boxes that he gave to us, and he has other ones on his yard as well, for the bluebirds in particular. Now, we also have 12, this was a huge blessing, but they need to be restored. As you can see, there's 12 gigantic pecan trees. And so theoretically, we should be getting pounds and pounds of pecans. They haven't produced in years because they haven't been fed. This property, again, was empty for years, as there was an old man and an old lady that lived here, family property. He died, and then she was by herself for like 16, 17 years, and things kind of deteriorated. And so, we had to replace all the hot water hosing in the entire house, and we had to replace the hot water heater, the stove. I mean, you name it. There's still major things to do. The entire electrical has to be upgraded. It's not really in a good shape. The roof will have to be done. I mean, the house is a complete redo, really, but at the same time, it is workable. It is livable, and yet, the property was purchased for only 5 digits. Yeah, I mean, and we have 4 acres of land, pretty remote. So, you can find things. And then, with homesteading it, literally 0 taxes, 0 property taxes. So it can be done. If you're looking for inexpensive living, West Virginia, Kentucky, Arkansas, Mississippi, you can find deals in Mississippi as well as Arkansas, Kentucky, West Virginia, and other areas basically in the South. Yeah, Oklahoma's got some really good deals too. You got to watch the fracking, you got to watch, where the oil is and all that, of course. But we just wanted to give you an update on what we're doing with the plants and all. And, in the woods, it backs up eventually to, huge wildlife preserve with, you know, tons and tons of miles of nothing. So, you know, that's a beautiful thing. There's always deer coming through. There's always animals running around, and so much beautiful bird watching if you're into that. So just wanted to share with you guys a little bit of what we've been doing as the house and the property take a ton of our time and focus.
Source bless and namaste.
Namaste.